Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you for letting me read for you. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Knight of Swords. This is a Libra energy. This is a very decisive kind of card, right? I think you're somebody that is able to make very quick decisions. I think that when you feel a passion in you, you're able to communicate that. I think that you're, whenever you're engaged with someone or something, I think they know, they can feel how passionate you are. I think you probably start talking louder. You probably start talking faster. Things are just going a lot more quickly for you when you really are in this passionate energy, when you're really jazzed up about something. It's kind of, this is someone that just wants to talk about it all the time, you know. But I feel like this is very decisive, okay? I feel that when you are driven by something, you are in the zone, and you're calling the shots left and right without hesitation. Yeah, your mind right now is being driven by your passion, by your enthusiasm. You are motivated. Yeah, and let's see how we're putting this into action. All right, let's use our Dove and Serpent spread. We need a little bit of context here. There's that Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's perfect. We have a Princess of Cups. We have a Nine of Swords, a Two of Cups, and the Emperor. Wow, with the Emperor energy. The Emperor is really the embodiment, the spiritual embodiment of the fire and earth electrical circuit of creation, of manifestation. Because it's fiery, it's an Aries energy, right? And it's the fourth mystery of the tarot. So that represents kind of a manifestation, the earth realm. Right, the four directions, the four quarters, the four guardians, that sort of thing. The archangels, you know. So that really is the embodiment of that fire and earth. This is really getting in that zone of manifestation. You're taking charge, you're taking responsibility, you are assuming the throne, and you are assuming this power to manifest your will, right? And it all sort of begins as a thought in the mind and a feeling in the heart. Yeah. And then it's kind of coming through, and you're getting it done. You are doing it, right? And I think your life will never be the same after this. And you're going from this very depressive state, right? This state of suffering, of despair, to clarity, to love, to decision, to inspiration, to aspiration, right? It's you. This is your I had a dream kind of reading, you know. We got the Chariot card. Of course, we got the Chariot. Cancer energy is your opposite sign. Capricorn and Cancer go together like peanut butter and jelly, right? We got a Two of Wands. We got the Hierophant. And there is that Ten of Pentacles. There is your best life awaiting for you, right? You are living a purpose-driven life. And life has not been easy for you, but right now you're in this mode. You have clarity. You have a lot of decisions to make. You're sort of, you're living under the umbrella of love and support and connection. Maybe this is a spiritual love. Maybe this is really, it's kind of like when everything is going good in life, when we have like a really good relationship at home or something, right? It's sort of, I don't know, it's like that love, that support just sort of blankets everything. You have a good relationship with your partner. Let's say your spouse or your romantic partner. You have a good relationship there. And it just gives you this feeling like I can do anything. It's inspiring, right? And so then we go to work and we're in a good mood. We're getting things done. We're making decisions. We're in our energy. It's wonderful. It's kind of like a good relationship is going to really put you in this power. You're going to want to assume the throne and take responsibility and start piloting this ship. But this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This is a relationship with literally anything, right? It's, I don't know. It's when I was a kid, I used to remember that I'd have a favorite toy, right? And I'd play with the toy. I really loved it, right? And then I'd have to leave it at home to go to school. But I'd go to school and thinking, this day is going to be the best day ever at school, right? Because I know that toy is there at home waiting for me. And when I get done with school, I'll be there and I'll be reunited with it. Imagine that, but inside of us, in a more spiritual, a more subtle way. And really, maybe this is a spiritual relationship. Maybe this is a relationship with spirit, with your very own soul. Right? But it's that same feeling of that love is going to always be there. And that's going to allow me to really kind of step into my own energy. There's a risk there, right? Of putting all of our motivation in the hands of another person and assuming that, okay, that I have that good relationship. What happens if the relationship ends? What happens if we break up? Right? Then what? Then am I completely losing my emperor energy? Right? So this has to be built. This Two of Cups has to be something else. It has to be a bond. It has to be a union of love. I think with yourself, with the universe as a whole, we need to be in love. But we don't want to put all of that responsibility on another person or anything, or a plant or an animal or anything. Because when that relationship, when that other person ultimately is gone from our lives, right? Everything is impermanent, everything perishes. Then what happens? Okay, so we got to be careful with that. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're going to set it down right here with Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Looking around the room, we've got our three major arcana energies. The Emperor is sort of mobilizing energy, really because I think there's a very good home life right now. I think your situation in really where you live, family, friend, whether you're with pets, plants, your people, your personal situation at home, I think is very supportive. Okay, whether you live alone or you live with other people, I think that it's a very secure place for you, and it's given you the opportunity to have dreams. You know, it's hard to dream. It's hard to remember your dreams. It's hard to be inspired when you're living a Nine of Swords life, right? So this is, let's say, this is your sleep. You're in such a distressed energy that you don't even really remember your dreams. You feel like you never even get a good enough night's sleep to have dreams that mean anything, right? Or we don't remember them, or maybe sleep is so broken up we never get into that REM cycle, yeah. But having a situation at home where you feel safe and secure, you feel relatively happy, you feel loved and supported, right? Then kind of like, now I can sleep at night. Now I can have dreams. Now I can discover what my soul is really trying to tell me. So the first thing we have to do, and I think this is something that you've already done, you've gotten rid of whatever this was that was keeping you up at night. Whatever that wound is, right? I think that we have dealt with it in enough to a certain degree anyway, where we can sleep better at night. And now we can dream. And now it's like before we do anything, before we start traveling on the journey, we've got to fix the car a little bit. We got to at least get it running. We got to take the thorn out of our own paw before we can start to feel better and say, okay, now I can use my paws to, whatever, run through the grass or something. So we're not going to really know ourselves. We're not going to be able to discover our dreams, our love, our aspirations, our hopes, our wishes. We're not going to hear this subtle energy coming from within us if we are in this immediate kind of pain, right? If we're not sleeping at night, if there's something, first we've got to deal with that problem a little bit, at least to the degree where we can then feel that our space is conducive to us discovering ourselves, discovering who we are, what we want, our dream, It's hard to enjoy anything when we're in the middle of this kind of suffering. And this could be a kind of depression. It could be an injury or an illness. It could be a relationship that was kind of souring, But whatever it was, I feel like it's behind you. And I feel like now it's far enough behind you where you can sleep better. Not perfect. The suffering's not ever gone, right? But it's far enough behind you where you can sleep at night, where you can start to have dreams. You can start to feel your feelings and desires. Oh, okay, yeah, I have desire. I want things now. I feel like I'm coming alive again, And then maybe we're out there and we're looking for this. Maybe we're looking for that spiritual union. So now we're out in the world and it's just we're able to very easily say no to things and yes to things. It's kind of like we feel when we get out of this, it's almost like when you're sick. Again, like when you're a kid, right? And you're sick. I don't feel good. I don't want to go out and play. That's how you know a kid's really sick. When they don't want to get up and play, right? And as soon as that kid starts to feel a little bit better, what do they want to do? They want to jump up out of bed and they want to go play. Can I go outside? Can I play? Can I play? Can I play? Usually as parents, we say, no, you need to stay in bed for another day just to make sure, But that's kind of what's going on here, that we are better enough that we can start to feel this desire again. And now we want to go out and we want to play. Now we want to go out and we want to connect with things that we love. We want to go and, I can't wait to go and go to that restaurant again that I always loved, Well, we were just there a couple weeks ago, but we've been sick. And so now it's just like we want to do all those things that mean something to us. Yeah. And so I feel like this was a more longer thing for you. I don't feel like this was just a short, a short illness or something. I feel like this was maybe a relationship that lasted a long time, or this was a situation of life where you didn't always feel that love, that aspiration. But now we've got this Cancer energy, this Chariot card, which is telling me that your home life, I say home life, but it's like your idea of being in a safe place, a supportive environment where you feel safe dreaming again. It's like you feel comfortable enough that you can fall into a deep sleep and have dreams. That you are now free to kind of want things again. Yeah, it feels really, really good. Anyway, we've got then, we got some fire, we got some water, we've got some air, and we've got our earth. Of course, the earth this is building, this is your best life. This is the life that you want. This is what you're getting, right? This is what you're working toward. And so you have this, it's kind of like this is you dreaming. This is what you dreamed about. And now that it's becoming a reality. Okay. The air energy we could see is it's clearing. It's all the 9 swords here, this toxicity, this pain, this suffering, this despair. It gives way to light. It gives way to clarity. Right? It gives way to a sense of purpose. Okay, so back here, this was a life that didn't have much purpose, or we couldn't find it, or we didn't feel that it was there. Right? And this may not even be anything all that focal. It may just be a generalized feeling of, I don't have a purpose. It's just this, I don't know what's wrong kind of feeling. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel that I'm doing anything. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I'm doing anything. I don't know why I'm here, And it gives way to clarity, a sense of purpose, that I can hear now the voice of my soul, and I know what my mission in life is. So now we're in service to something that's greater than we are, greater than our ego, our focal consciousness. Now we can have this sense of, my soul is really yearning for something. There is something inside of me that wants to get out and wants to manifest. It's the I have a dream kind of thing, and this is the world that you're dreaming about. And you're making it a reality now. The Princess of Cups underneath everything, this is your dream. This is you having wants and needs and hopes and wishes and aspirations, having fantasies, using your imagination, right? Somebody who is so busy or so wrapped up in other things or is so tormented by life, right, that they don't have dreams anymore. They don't know what they like. They don't know what they want. They don't know what feels good to them anymore. They don't know what's going to make them happy. They don't know what kind of life they want to live. They're unable to enjoy things that they once enjoyed, right? Food doesn't taste as good, colors don't seem as bright. But then with clarity now we got that clarity. Now we feel there's a resurgence of this feeling, this watery energy in you, the dreams, the hopes, the wishes, aspirations. Now you're feeling something. Now it's like all these emotions are bubbling up in you, where sometimes with this, we start to feel numb to it. That it's hurt so much that now it just kind of, all those nerves have been deadened. Those spiritual, emotional kind of nerves, right? But being relatively free from this. Now, I don't know exactly what this was or how distant it is to you at this point, but getting a little bit even away from that. All these feelings come back. All the nerves start to really wake up again, right? All your desires, all your dreams, your fantasies, your whole imagination starts to wake up. And you're probably now having very vivid dreams. You probably have this strong connection with spirit, and you want to love, and you want to be loved. Okay? And the Two of Cups, not romantic necessarily. It is romantic in the more general sense of just this romance between the hero and the journey, between the soul and the universe, right? And this is, really, this is a divine love. A divine love that may be manifesting in many different ways. Love for friends, family, romantic partners, the love for what you're doing, the love for nature, the love for ice cream, or doing the things that you love to do. This is a connection. This is really you being able to connect now with yourself. Because you have reestablished, let's go even further back. Because you have done something about this, to some degree, because of that, you are able to connect with yourself again. Because of that connection, you are able to connect with other people. Because of that, you are able to really make some changes in the world, and because of that, your world is becoming closer to your ideal. It's all sort of a chain. Everything has to fall into place. Like dominoes, once this thing gets dealt with a little bit, once we get the thorn out of our paw, right? All these other things cascade. And before we know it, we're living that best life, And I think we kind of feel that I'm living the best life right now, just because I got that thorn out of my side, I am elated. The kid who starts to feel a little bit better from being sick, and they feel great. Of course, the parents know better. They just take it easy now. You don't want to kind of get sick again, But I feel that this is really, these two cards, the decision and the clarity, I think that you made a decision to pull the thorn out of your paw, whatever this was, to distance yourself from that, to do something to help alleviate that state. And I don't want to speculate what that is. That's really not the point. That's the challenging energy that's in the past now. What we have now is decisiveness. We have passion. We have an enthusiasm, right? And I think people probably look at you and they think, what's different? Suddenly, it's almost like someone hit the light switch in you. Suddenly now you're turned on. Like, what's going on with you, you know? And you have this clarity of purpose, of vision. I think you're tapped in to that spiritual divine love. Yeah. And moving forward into this Emperor energy, you're not wasting any more time in life. Whether this is more romantic or whether this is more career-based or whatever it is, just life. These are life readings, okay? Whatever area of life whatever dimension you're really focused on, you've got the power now. You've got the control, and you're saying, I'm not wasting any time. I got to get in the driver's seat as quickly as possible. Buckle up, because we're going fast here. Yeah. And I think your life will never be the same, Capricorn. This is the power to manifest your dreams and goals and wishes and aspirations. You are the captain of this ship. Yeah. And I think you're curious. I think you want a lot of different things. You want to explore life. You're the captain of the ship. You're driving the boat. I don't think you have you don't have this desire to just go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. Yes, there's a sense of urgency. There's a sense of not wanting to waste time. But going from point A to point B, you're missing a lot of the scenery along the way. So you don't want to waste time, but you feel like taking the scenic route is not a waste of time. Maybe that's part of what was going on back here. Maybe this was just get there as quickly as possible, tell your map on your phone or whatever to get you there the fastest way. Right? They should have a setting on the phones now. You can, when you're doing your GPS, you can tell it to just get me there the fastest, or you can do like the least miles, or you can do like avoid tolls or avoid highways or something. They should have one on there that says, take me along the most scenic route. Yeah, get there fast is good, but I want a scenic route. That's not a waste of time to me. And I think the captain is in control of that. And maybe it's the way that we've been living life has been quickest way possible to get from here to there. Get there so quickly. I don't care what's going on outside. I don't care about relationships. I don't care about the scenery. I don't care about the trees, Just focus. Maybe now you're getting away from that and your heart is really like saying, hey, I like this way of living. I like the more scenic life. And so your executive function now, the ego, in alignment with the true self, is saying, okay, we're going to take the scenic route. Because soul, I heard you. Through dreams, through fantasies, your soul has been speaking to you. And this is you listening. And this is you saying, okay, I'm going to listen and I'm going to act based on that wisdom, that knowledge, that gnosis, right? And now we're out here and we're taking charge of life. And I think you're able to say yes and you're able to say no very, very quickly. You're doing it all with a smile on your face. There's a fire in your eyes. I think some people are like, uh-oh, better stay out of Capricorn's way, But it's odd because it's not just this typical ambition that says, I'm going to climb the mountain, I'm going to get there as quickly as I can, I'm going to get to the top as fast as I can. No, you're taking the route that is more rich, that has more to experience, that is more savory, right? You want that umami of life, You're not just eating to get full, to sustain your body. No, you're eating because it's a spiritual experience to savor that food. It's that mindful eating. You ever try that? I mean, that's like a spiritual experience all by itself. When you're not on your phone, you're not even necessarily talking to anybody else. Take yourself out to a restaurant and just get a plate of your favorite food. For me, cheese enchiladas, red sauce, some rice and beans. Oh, perfect. And just savor it. Yeah, I could eat that in 30 seconds, right? I'm gonna make it take 3 hours. And I'm going to go so slowly, and every bite, I'm just going to close my eyes, I'm going to feel it. I mean, it really is a sensual experience. It's a spiritual experience, right? And this is the way you're experiencing life. It's that Two of Cups. This could be with a person, yeah. Exactly, when you're with another person. It's just you and that person. A conversation that could take 30 seconds. Maybe we want to make it an experience. I want to get to know you. I want to bond with you. I want to be here with you in this moment. All right? We're all about efficiency. But for the sake of efficiency, very often we're having to sacrifice the experience itself, the richness of life. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it supports me and my family, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Your general energy, of course, is that chariot. It's that other side of you. It's that other unconscious side that we don't very often listen to. You know? You're all in that Capricorn energy. You're all ambition. I'm getting to the top of the mountain. How can I get there fastest? So I'm not worried about the scenery of the mountain. I just want to get from here to there as quickly as I can. Okay. That's my life. That's my focus. That's my work. The chariot is the exact opposite of that. I'll get to the goal. Yeah, I don't care about the goal. I want to enjoy the journey. What kind of road is this? What kind of flowers are these? What kind of animals is that? Who am I with? How do I feel? What do I want? I wonder what's going to be at the top of the mountain. It's that other side of you. It's that other side of you. Still ambitious. You still got that Capricorn energy, but it's kind of like the Capricorn energy went to the unconscious and the Cancer energy came back to the foreground. It's like they just traded places. And the ego basically is just turning around and looking at the other side of things and thinking, okay, well, now I can enjoy the journey. I'm still in the car. I'm still getting to the top of the mountain. I'm still building my best life, whether this is something financial or whatever your ideal life is. We're still doing that. But now we're actually paying attention to the world around us, and we're enjoying things. We're savoring things. Maybe you can't take 3 hours to eat an enchilada every day, but you're going to be present in that moment. And you're going to enjoy that moment, whether it's 30 seconds or 3 hours. You're going to be there present, right? And I think because you've done something in your life to give this to you. Because I think this was preventing that. Okay? This was giving us a state of heightened arousal, anxiety, worry, stress, despair even. We weren't sleeping at night. We were on edge. We were like, that feeling when you're just on edge all the time. That's what this was. So we're not sleeping well. We're not dreaming. I don't have time to find out what my soul is telling me. I don't have time to enjoy the enchilada. I just got to hurry up and eat so I can get going again. And maybe this is a high-stress job. Maybe this is a high-stress relationship. These constant demands on you were wearing on you big time. Okay? But now, you're still ambitious. You're still taking care of business. But you've given yourself some sort of, almost like an inner sanctuary where you can just be and you can feel and you can be comfortable dreaming and exploring yourself. I feel like you've now started journaling. I feel like you should do at least 15 minutes of journaling in the morning and in the evening. I think when you're eating, you need to just eat. Don't be on your phone. Don't be watching TV or talking to other people. Maybe if you want to watch a YouTube tarot reading or something, you can. But just eat. And that's sort of like, okay, everybody's eating in silence now, okay? And that's, we always think, oh, that's bad, right? It depends. Sometimes silence can be bad if everybody's just on their phone and everybody's disconnected from everything. Yeah, that's not ideal. But if we're all just kind of silent and we're just eating the food, maybe we'll start talking about the food. Maybe we'll start sharing about how we're experiencing this moment and sharing that with whoever's at our table. I think that's going to be a good practice for you. The Two of Wands in the position of your environment. I think that you have become a rather intolerant person, and I mean that as a compliment. You're not tolerating the bovine excrement, the BS in your life. No, don't have time for it. I don't have time for that anymore. I want to enjoy life. I'm on this very fast-paced scenic drive up to the top of the hill. I don't have time to get involved in all these other things that are just stressing you out for no reason. People unloading their burdens on you, or you're getting entangled in things that really don't affect you, that don't mean anything to you. Okay? So there's sort of a hyper focus here, but there's also this very relaxed and ubiquitous attention. It's kind of strange, but this is really about you holding dominion over your life. That you're capable of keeping out the negative stuff, the bad stuff, letting in the good stuff. Right? You're capable of, this is you're the captain of the ship, this is you steering the ship. This is you steering toward what you care about and what you want and what's good for you, because now you know that, where that comes from, and steering away from things that are just going to get you stuck in the mud, or worse, get you back in a 9 of swords. This is all about controlling our lives, taking ownership, taking responsibility. We've got to grow up and show up and start driving the boat. If someone else is driving, if something else is driving, if our worries are driving, if our insecurities are driving, if the Hierophant is driving. If the Hierophant is driving, then we don't know where we're going to end up, because this is a tradition, this is a culture, this is a family history. This is who's driving the boat? Well, everything my parents ever told me. What's driving the boat is everything I believed was true when I was a kid. What's driving the boat? Well, whatever society or culture is telling me is important, whatever I see on the internet, that's what's driving the boat, right? Everything but us. And that's what the Hierophant is sometimes saying. It's basically saying that until you're adult enough to take the power for yourself, someone else is going to drive your boat for you. It makes sense, right? If you're young, you can't drive a boat. I don't know what the age is for driving boats. Is it 16 now? I don't know. I was driving the boat when I was, I think 10 was the first time I drove a boat. But anyway, that's somebody, we have to let someone else drive the boat when we're young. But there is a point where we have to wake up. And even if you got your own job, you got your own place, you got your own family, it doesn't mean you're driving the boat yet. Driving the boat is a conscious thing that we have to say, okay, life, okay, world, okay, history, okay, culture, okay, internet, I'm driving the boat now. Because the Hierophant are all those institutions, childhood, your parents, how you grew up, right? What your friends are doing, what society is doing, what culture is doing, what the internet is saying is real in the world. Everything else is driving our boat, except for us. So this is when we grow up and show up and we start driving the boat. And I feel like that's what you're doing, And I feel like immediately you start feeling better about life. And immediately you see that, hey, I've got my own goals in life. These are the things that are important to me. I don't have to lust after those things that the world tells me I should be lusting after. I am aspiring to what is meaningful to me in my life. And there will be, sometimes it'll be very much overlapping what society says. Other times it'll put you in a totally opposite direction. That's okay. You're driving your own boat. Sometimes your paths, you will cross the wake of another boat. Sometimes you'll be headed towards the same goals that the rest of the world seem to be going toward, but other times you won't. You're in control. Your life is your life, and you're building your life. And it's never going to be the same as it was. Once you start driving the boat, there'll still be sorrow, there will still be pain, there will still be suffering, ups and downs of life always. But you're driving the boat. And so it's a little bit different then, You want to look at the mystery card? I want to look at the mystery card. I want to see some extraordinary water energy, or as funny as it might seem, we might get the Capricorn energy back again. Because again, it's not that we've given up on our goals and our ambition. No, if anything, we're even more ambitious. We're more Capricorn than we ever were. But now we're also we're integrated. We're individuated now. We're more whole. Okay? Whether you care about the zodiac, the astrology stuff or not, whether you even care that Cancer is your opposite sign, it doesn't matter. The idea here is that there is this ambition and this sort of goal-driven, goal-oriented energy, this drive in you. And then there's also this this security, this safety, this sort of appreciating the moment, this here and now sort of energy, right? Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. Here we go. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, well, you're changing your life. That's the one thing. But your life is in your hands. You're the one juggling life. It's also a reminder that the ups and downs will always be there. But the ups and downs, we are either going to be an unwitting passenger going through the ups and downs of life, or we're going to be the one driving the boat. And that's a lot. When you're a passenger in a boat and you're jumping over waves and the oceans is very rocky, it's a harrowing experience. When you're the one at the wheel and you're in the swells of the ocean and you're jumping over the wake of other boats or whatever, and you're the one in control, it's a totally different experience. So in some ways, this is like we've stopped being a passenger in life. We've grown up, we've shown up. Now we're driving the boat. And now we're going to do an extended reading. We're going to do a hexagram from the Jing. We'll do some oracle cards. It's going to be a great time. Click on the link in the corner. There's a link down below as well. New readings for Capricorn Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.